My message to the people of the world who actually give a damn. I know that I am not alone when I say that I want America's wolves to live freely as humans do, without fear of being killed by ranchers or just because of our own fear and stupidity. For those of you out there who stand with me, I encourage you to raise your voice. Let it be heard that wolves deserve to live. Join me in saving America's wolves from the monsters that are within our own nation. I may not be able to do much because I am literally a nation away, but I love these animals more than anything, and they are as much a part of America as we are. You have a voice, and I implore you to use it in saving these magnificent animals. And for those who are among the cause of this problem, dear Governors Mark Harris, Greg Gianforte, and Tony Evers, it has come to my attention that you small-minded, self-absorbed, greedy bastards have overstepped your limit in quote-unquote controlling the wolf populations in your states of Idaho, Montana, and Wisconsin. And I'm pretty sure that I speak for more than just myself when I say here that these animals, who represent a vast amount of the American dream of freedom and our nation's culture, deserve life far more than you do at this point in time. They have done nothing wrong, and as far as I know, in terms of damages to ranching of cattle and sheep, as well as in elk herd populations, these wolves are responsible for less than 5% of casualties, whereas weather and diseases are responsible for more than 30 to 40% and above in casualties of farm animals. Therefore, these bills that you have stating to wipe out more than 90% of the wolf populations to the point of their numbers going back to where they were 30 years ago, just barely a hop, skip, and a jump away from extinction, are for little more than your own personal, sadistic amusement. I know not what you have to gain from this, nor do I care. What I do know, however, is that in the end, you all will fall. As is with every single person like you, who causes nothing but death and destruction for their own selfish want. Know that in the near future, and probably now actually, you will become some of the most hated people in America. And I know that when you are no longer in power, the people who actually care will go to you and they will demand justice for your crimes against nature and against mankind's loyal canine brethren. And when that does happen, I hope I am there to see them vent every last ounce of anger they have for you right in your faces. And as for my condolences, may God have mercy on you. For those who stand with the wolves will not.
coastal North Carolina.
In those days, we had never heard of passing up a chance to kill a wolf. In a second, we were pumping lead into the pack. The old wolf was down. We reached the wolf in time to watch a fierce green fire dying in her eyes. Aldo Leopold.
The fire nearly died. Only 17 true red wolves stood between the species and extinction. But then, it was the first animal we attempted to save with a recovery program. Jennifer Gilbreth has worked with red wolves at the Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge for 6 years.
We don't really see the wolves all that terribly often, but we know where most of the wolves are because of their radio collars. We can learn a lot by tracking the wolves, and as long as the wolves have a place to live and are left alone, they can do fine.
When landowners allow it, wolves are often released onto private property. But wolves don't know about boundaries, where they're supposed to be and where they're not.
It's just as much, if not more, about people than it is about wolves.
The wolf was actually stalking our rams that were out in this pasture because we keep the ewes tied up in the building.
A neighbor took a shot at him, and he was moving on down the field right at that time.
But he was thinking about lamb chops this morning. That's what he was thinking of. This would be a good little appetizer for him.
It really would.
And we've got 9 of these on the ground right now, and I don't want them being hurt.
Most people feel very strongly about the creature. A lot of people don't pay any attention really to the facts.
Well, I heard that you'd seen some wolves in the area.
Yep, see them, hair tell of them, and so far they're not bothering me. But they get off of their land, and they come on my land, and they start damaging my property. Then I ain't got but one resort. Now you know what that is.
That's
we
right.
spoke about that earlier. I don't like them. I ain't never liked them. I ain't gonna lie about it.
The wolf embodies the concept of wild nature. All of us grew up with stories like Little Red Riding Hood and Three Little Pigs, and it goes back into literally ancient times when wolves represented Satan or the devil. So because of the myths, some people are afraid.
The wolf is more frightened than I am, which is not what I expected at all. And you can feel their fear.
I'm just gonna roll it out.
2 frames.
Is there a chance that the wolf could freak out and attack us?
We've never had that happen. We have never had it happen.
The big bad wolf. Just terrified, cowering in the corner.
Gotta go. Oh,
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
For the wolves, the news has been good.
They've survived. They've bred in the wild and reared young, 2 or 3 generations.
Come around this way.
It's very near the breeding season, so we hope that they'll stay together and form a pair bond and
Do the thing.
do the right thing.
Ready? You wonder, why are we doing this? Why make problems for ourselves by putting wolves back in the world? The answer is that we don't want our world to be just malls with trees and neat little rows. We want wildness out there because it puts the wonder of the world in you.